Prince, Edison, Director, P&O, Wrigley, India. Mridul, Srivastava, Head Human Resource, HeroFin Corp. Madhu, Menon, Associate Director, Human Resource, KPMG. Vikas, Khokha, Director, Human Resource, Zimmer, Biomet. To start the panel, may I request Guru if we can start with an introduction from you, and then possibly we can move on with the panelists if they could also introduce their credentials with it.
Sure. Good afternoon. And first and foremost, thank you so much for ISF to just put a break to our routine, get us out of what we continue to do on day in, day out. It has really helped us to sit back and think. I mean, we'll be deliberating this topic around here in some time. A quick introduction. I've been with Quess Corp since inception. Being part of the entity when we started as IT and Human Capital. Being part of the founding team, and from 3-bedroom house to stock exchange. So had a fantastic journey as part of the group. Before that, I worked with the GE Healthcare for a period of about 5.5 years, then with Hubert, and literally Quess has been almost my third job. So that's a quick introduction. So I will pass on the mic to the team here for a quick round of introduction. Then we'll move on to the topic. So we'll start with Mridul.
Good afternoon. My name is Mridul Srivastava, and I take care of the HR for the HeroFin Corp. It's a purely new entity in terms of the business operations. In the last 4 years, we have been in the business, and it's a non-banking financial services. Prior to that, I also worked with Wrigley Enterprises, and before that, DLF and ITC Hotels. So that's a small brief about me.
Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Prashant, Bhatnagar. I work with Credit Suisse, who you know is a Swiss bank. Unfortunately, the moolah is right now with Guru because he went to the stock exchange. So I'm hoping that some of that comes over sitting next to him. I've got about 20 years in the industry, mostly with consulting firms. This is my first experience as a captive, and truly enjoying it. Looking forward to the conversation. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Prince Edison, P&O Director for Wrigley, India, the chewing gum maker. I'm sure most of you are consumers. So, looking forward to this conversation.
I am Madhu Menon from KPMG. I take care of talent acquisition fields as a center of excellence of KPMG. I head a vertical called risk consulting, and is totally into the professional services. I have been working for 15 years in the professional services space. Earlier I was with EY and now with KPMG.
Thank you. This is Vikas, Khokha. I'm leading HR for this American company called Zimmer Biomet. We are into health sciences space, and we are into artificial joint replacements. So we are talking to most of the top orthopedicians across the country, growing this space. So it's in a growth space. Earlier, I have spent about 12 years with RPA before this assignment. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for the sort of introduction. So we move on to the topic, and the topic that we are going to deliberate for next 1 hour is going to be on engaging with new forms of employment. Yeah. In fact, when this topic came to me, I really started thinking a lot about it, and the best example that came to my mind, in fact, when I would go 3 decades back, when I used to go with my dad, and when he meets his friend around, the first discussion that used to come around used to be, how long has been your service and what is balance service left? I think most of us in this room have experienced this. There's no word called quitting a job, taking an alternate assignment, when I'm not heard. And then comes the second generation to take it back with my uncles and cousins and elder cousins and all of them. PSUs were pretty active, the industrial revolutions were quite active, and people started sticking to an organization for a period of 12 years, 15 years kind of thing. Yeah. Then there are a few real examples, like one I'm here. at our level, when we meet, we say, okay, so you're gratuity eligible, which means a person has completed 5 years, if it stays beyond 5 years, then we say, oh, you're doing a mistake, you'll become asset of it. You know, really, not in terms of asset, but you'll become asset in the organization. You'll become a chair or a desk in an organization. Why are you sticking around, right? So, when I'm not trying to say that permanent job is something that is a problem, but I think the situation is changing over a period of time. From that, what I mean is that there is a real transformation in terms of thinking perspective as well as the kind of position and the job itself. Sometime back, I don't know, many of them would have heard in this room, there's something called vendor development. So we used to call as vendor development. Now that has got transformed to a procurement, right? So those days, a set of team used to sit in a vendor place and build what the brand wants. Gone those days. So now we actually go straight away, you know, a number of suppliers that you can get into, and you just get into the, I mean, we have got to a level of JIT. So any manufacturing units get the equipment and get the supply on time. So there are a lot of changes in terms of what does that mean? The jobs have been lost, there is a change in environment? No. There are more jobs that have got created. There are more areas that have got opened up due to the technology change. So, a couple of examples before we move on to the real discussion. Okay? So, in manufacturing earlier, we used to talk about the manual production line maintenance, and so the majority are mechanized. In fact, Guru did put across the slide. It clearly states how robotics is playing a large role in terms of automation in the space. If I take office administration, there are a lot of digitization that has come into the space. Has admin people lost their jobs? No, not really. They need to be upskilled. They need to be really got up to the speed to handle things efficiently. Yeah? These days, I'm sure nobody will ask for a 3-code or a 4-code, or even if you want to get a course, it's easy to get on your computers pretty fast. In space of HR itself, there's a massive transformation that has happened. Earlier, HR used to largely focus on organization development, or they used to largely focus on people advocacy and stuff. But trust me, most of the HR who we are meeting talk numbers, EBITDA, top line, really massive transformation. Why is it so? Because business needs it, and everybody are thinking in one single goal and aim that we have to support the business in a way that can add value to the business. So, by that thinking, again, there are new forms of engagement which is coming in, right? So, when HR is talking about number, now you see a separate vertical within HR in many other called business HRs, which was not there earlier. So, considering the fact, I think it's a need of the hour that transformation becomes very important, and it is required to stay focused and stay ahead of the market. So with this, I'll take a round starting from Vikas there to understand from the industry perspective. In fact, I'm happy to be part of this panel. I would say we have veterans in this panel, starting from the financial services to consulting to FMCG. So we'll get great insights and pharmaceutical, obviously. So we'll get great insights. And I don't want to have a Q&A session in the end. Post this round, we'll stop and take a couple of questions, then we proceed with the panel. Over to Vikas.
Thanks, thank you. Now, when I talk of life sciences industry, particularly in the scenario of today, the devices industry that I am representing, the virtual workforce is the need of the day, and I can state examples. Let's talk of typically the roles, that we handle. Now, you can talk of a marketing assignment, which is basically client-facing. We need to engage with the client. It's more of downstream marketing. Vis-a-vis an assignment which is basically medical education, where you actually educate a doctor or a surgeon. Now, typically these assignments are so flexible that you need to have a workforce typically with a capability to even even interact and negotiate commercially with the customer, whereas also to create a course line for him to get educated on your product. And both have to work parallelly. So both, because of a compliance reason, we cannot have the combination of both. So we can't combine commercial as well as the education stream. But from the workforce perspective, it gets very flexible for us to actually get people trained in multi-spheres so that they can be moved from one stream to the other. Looking at our work practices also, typically the day when it starts in our scenario of the workforce, people have to go out and operate in the market as per market conditions. So people will be operating as per the timeline which is demanded. Most of the events of surgeons which are happening on the weekends, most of the meetings are happening towards the end of the day, after work hours. Beginning of the day, all the surgeons are busy with the surgeries, right? So the flexi timing and flexi working has to be incorporated in the workforce to be able to get them to the exact customer at the right time. So typically that brings in a very, very flexible way of working for the people. They work as per the market conditions. So when we look at either roles or we look at the operating timings, there's a lot of flexibility that this industry offers.
Great. So I think you set the context really right. Flexi is something that we definitely wanted to come back to as a specific pointer. I think good start. I think we can roll on that. So, Madhu, coming back to the flexi, is that in need of an hour? And do you see from the consulting perspective, are there any discussions around, or is there real potential in terms of talking about flexi in the consulting side?
So definitely, Guru, in the professional services, our interaction with the clients is, across industry verticals. So it's not limited to any particular industry vertical. Per se, when we actually acquire talent, so we generally see that, the masses or workforce at this point of time are basically looking at project-based learning. They want diverse learning.